Peace to the gods. You're listening to Hindsight Radio. This is Hindsight Radio.
I represent it.
The information station changing the nation.
All right, peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Truth Tuesday show with your host, Akeem L, here on Insight Radio, the information station changing the nation. Well, y'all want to know about this DS-11? I see everybody online, man. See, when I talk about stuff like that, y'all ready to listen. When I get on the spiritual tip, y'all be running from that truth. That's all right. Hope everybody's doing good. I had a great week. Everything's going well. Um, can't complain. Thanks to everybody that is donating through the Cash App. Appreciate that. It does help keep the station running. All of this costs money. Hindsight University costs money. It's not free. Um, and I could use all the help I can to keep it going. In the studio with me today is my daughter. She's my technical engineer. She's helping me make sure everything's running okay over there. She doesn't want to be. She wants to be like a silent technical engineer. She don't want to be seen. So yeah, is everything working? Looks good. All right, good. All right. Um, you want? I'm gonna put you on camera so everybody can see you. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So she's over here helping me. I kind of threw her in there at the last minute just to make sure everything's looking good. Um, so, what I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about that DS-11. They changed it. It changed a big part of the process. What I tell you guys to line out on the acts and conditions that they don't want you guys getting out of that system. But of course, as always, I always have a remedy. This they can't stop you. They're just trying to make it difficult. See, if you're not over here getting the right information, you're going to get the wrong information. I talked to a family yesterday and they got bad information. And hopefully we could correct that. They'll correct that. That won't be a big deal to fix, but it could have saved them a whole lot of money if they got the real information in the first place. See, when people do my process, the common thing that happens is those student loans disappear. Just you don't have to do any paperwork, you have to do any writing up any bogus discharge orders. None of that. It just happens. Okay. Um, I can't say why because it just happens. Now I don't teach or preach that hey, if you do this, it's guaranteed to work. No, I don't do that. But it works more often than not. And I've seen debts of 300,000 and as low as 5,000 just go away. So hey, what's hurting you? You're correcting your status, and you possibly get freed from the bondages of that debt. Now, if that doesn't happen, I got another way to get rid of third party letter. Keep sending that over and over and over and over again. It will take about a year or so, and they will drop off. I did it first, and then I taught it to others, and it's happening to people that I work with. It's happening to people that I have who has bought the third party letter and it's working. I mean, if you're getting rid of that debt alone, that's a big deal. People are paying student loan debts for pretty much till they grow old. There's people in their 50s still paying student loan debts. Okay. Remember, Navient and all of those are third party debt collectors. You didn't sign a contract with them. And at the same time, they need to prove you set that up. You got that loan. They have to prove that. Who's behind who saw you signing any paperwork? And if worst case scenario, which hasn't happened yet, they send a lawyer after you. He's got to get certified evidence, bona fide evidence. We shut it down. I don't allow attorneys to testify against me. They need to bring bona fide witnesses with firsthand knowledge. I don't allow that. That's not the game I play. Okay. So before I break down this DS-11, go over this, showing you what's going on, what it looks like. Oh, I wanted to talk about how dangerous. Let me start it off this way. The assumption or the presumption that most people have about religious dogma, religious ideas, or even the Bible. Let's just take the book, the Bible, the sacred texts and stuff like that. The some might say that they held that information away from the public because they wanted to hide the truth and be able to control. And I'm gonna tell you, it didn't start off that way. The reason why they took things like the religious tech, I wouldn't even say the Bible because that's the newest thing on the block when it comes to religion, the Bible, as you know, a King James version and all that. That's the newest school of religious ideology. But the deeper the ancient texts, the one who had the power to have that information, who understood it, overstood it, knew that this information in the wrong hands can be dangerous. So that's why they guarded it, and only the initiated could get to it, because you had to prove yourself in order to have access to it. You had to be of good character. You couldn't just anybody get a hold to the information. Then over the years it got bastardized, and then it became manipulation and things like that. That's what we have today. But it didn't start off, they wanted to hide it because they wanted to keep something to themselves and hurt the people. It was they knew in the wrong, in the evil minds of people, that they would use it the wrong way. I'll give you an example. I know people that use the Bible to hurt people or to control people. Oh, the Bible says this, the Bible says that, you have to do this and you have to do that. And see, and they're looking at the Bible from a physical point of view. They're not looking at it from a metaphysical point of view. It's symbolisms. Is the Bible full of contracts? Yes, it is. Symbolic contracts. But the Bible is never meant for you to place someone else in bondage. Yes, you may have a contract with someone, but if they don't want to be in contract with you anymore, they can rescind that contract, even a marriage contract. They don't want that. They can, that's their free will. That's called being a God. Having the option to change the terms of the contract or leave the contract, especially if you're a person that they don't having a hard time dealing with. No one should be subjected to a person that they don't like or have serious issues with or control issues. And this is why the Bible was not available to just anybody, because people take it and make it their own interpretation and don't realize those interpretations is only for them, not for you to control another person. It's for you to, whatever message you getting out of there, it's for you to take it and heed it, not to take it and say, here, look at this. You need to be doing this. No, it's not for that. It's for you to look at it and look at yourself. It's a mirror for you to improve yourself, not to improve others. Like I tell you, I've always told y'all, I'm not here to change anybody. I'm talking to myself and preaching to myself. And if you're listening and you appreciate what I'm saying and you get something from it, thank you. But too many people take that Bible and whip people over the head with it. Oh, we got a contract. We signed this. You got to live by this. No, not if you're an idiot. Not if you're a controlling freak. You don't have to live by that. That's crazy. This is why the sages, the prophets, the one who had the higher science of understanding the spiritual information kept it, because they knew in the wrong hands people would misinterpret it and abuse it. And as you can see in this modern time, the Bible has been used to kill millions of people. Religion have been used as a tool to kill and to control millions of people over the history of the world, of the modern world. I have low tolerance for that when people come and they try to give me, oh, well, this is this saying, man. Listen, it says, okay, that's for you. If you want to take it that way, you live it out for yourself and not perpetrate that information on anybody else. This is why we're all living in darkness, because we allow people to do that to us. We allow people to control us through religious ideology. The real issue is not government. The real issue is our religious ideologies. That's where it all starts. Because in that, then you allow others, once you take on that abusive relationship of the control and the totalitarian regime of religious dogma, then you allow other things like government to control you. In this information, a lot of Christians are they call on the name of Jesus, and at the same time, they want to beat people out of their money. You know, it's amazing how people will rationalize their religious beliefs just for their own desires and selfish wants. You know, remember, you're the power in your life. Everything you're receiving is based on your thoughts you had prior to you seeing the evidence, the manifestation of it. It's all about you. It is always about you. All right, so let's go through. Let's see who's out there. Then we're gonna get into that DS-11. Yazid Yebe, peace. What's up, GJB Thunder? Thank you for the donation. Alondo Swan, Cassine Lewis, Study More, Ronan Monk, it looks like. One, Antonio L. Maxim Moore, Indigenous Nolans, C. King Bay, Arking Bay, Pastor Wright, Peace, Charles Bryant, Leo Brooks, Noble Megas Tarot. While I got it on my mind, I'm also going to talk about medical, going to the doctor and not giving up your social. Something I've been practicing for years now. And it comes out, I get huge discounts because I do that. I pay cash. If I go to the doctor, if I visit a doctor, I pay cash. I try not to see them. Study More, Pac-Man, C. Lambo, Jamie Modestin, Lion Just, that's been Greg W. All right, I'm just reading the chat. All right, let's see. All right, so first, before I do the DS-11, Dr. Bill, somebody sent me a text, and I'll read it. I'll read the text. It said, quick question, what do you do when doctors want the social security number? Easy, I don't give it to them. And they try to, oh, why you can't? I said, because I don't have to. See, there's things I don't give up that social for. I don't give up for the lights, the utility bills. I give them my information off the identification. They run it. Sometimes they ask for a deposit. I know one thing, the deposit is a lot cheaper when you do without the social than it is with the social. I don't give up the social. Simple. I just give it, I'd say no. And then, as a matter of fact, I had to take my daughter to get a physical. uh, and paid cash, and they sent the bill. The bill is here, right here. I just got it yesterday, right? So the total bill was $277, right? At the time, I paid them $142. That's all they said I had to pay, right? This was a simple document. It was kind of, oh, it was a physical. Then they sent the bill and it said provider adjusted. So they deducted out of the $277, they deducted $110.80 automatically. So I owed them $24.20. So I paid a total of $166.20. That's what I'll pay for that one visit. And how much is people paying monthly for insurance? I don't go to the doctor every day or every month, I mean, I haven't had to see a doctor in years, really. So I pay for as I need it, right? So yeah, they automatically gave me a discount because I did not give them an insurance card. Insurance, they're going to charge almost 10 times the amount that they normally charge. But if you walk in and say, hey, I'm paying cash, okay, they love cash. They take it. Pay them. I pay them right there on the spot. Boom. Be done with the bill. See, when you are living a prosperous life, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. Okay, that's what it is. Here's the money. Now, if I had got some type of insurance plan and paying every month hundreds of dollars for something I'm not even using, I pay for what I use. And let me tell you another thing. Say if you do go to the doctor, like maybe the emergency room, you can't pay it, right? You don't give up the social. They're gonna have somebody coming in. Oh, what's your social? No, I don't use the social. I'm religiously objected to using social. I'll just give you my name and my information. Now, just save off chance. I'm not recommending anybody not pay their medical bill. Pay the people if you have the money, but you might fall on hard times and can't pay it. They're gonna send that to a third party. Hospitals don't collect their own bills. When you don't pay, they send it to a third party debt collector. And y'all know how to beat that, right? And when they go to the third party debt collector, you put in that letter, don't any other bills y'all get, don't contact me ever. Now and in the future. So you go to the doctor, they send it there, they will never contact you again. Trust me, I know from experience. Yeah. Free medical care, y'all. Listen, man, they got to see you in the emergency room. They got to treat you, you know. But if you know Dr. Daniels, you won't need to see an emergency room. Get them herbs. Stock up on them herbs. All right? Stock up on the herbs. All right, let's do this. So there you go. There's your answer. Don't give the social no matter what. They will still do that. They might, when it comes to dental care, they might require you to give them a deposit before they start. That's when I paid cash to the dentist. That's the one place that you really can't negotiate the bill is the dentist. They pretty much fees are set in stone. Now, little trick, a lot of expatriates go over to Mexico and get their dental care. There's a lot of reputable dentists over there that will do a good job, just as good as here, for a fraction of the cost. Just a little idea. All right. Look into that. A lot of this. You want to visit the expatriate community because they will know. And they got a lot of sites out there, expatriate sites that will tell you where to go for dental care and stuff like that. Just plan a vacation, go get your dental care, get your grill straightened out, you know. All right, get them likes up, y'all. We got 88 people on. We should have likes up. And if you want to talk to me directly, call in 563-999-3615. 563-999-3615. Okay? There you go. All right, man. We breaking records tonight. 94 people on. Y'all don't want to hear me tell y'all how to think. Do y'all realize me showing y'all how to think prosperous and have the positive thoughts is the first thing you need to do if you want to be successful in all of the other things like correcting your status and dealing with these governmental officials when you go into that's the first thing. If you ain't got that straight, you're going to run into problems with them people all the time. I got people right now, I know they don't have their spiritual stuff first, and they go into everywhere they go to get opposition. By the way, Lamar County is shut down. They're not taking any more filings. The guy who used to file them is retired. You know, the one in charge of the keys is retired. Now they put a program gatekeeper in the way. He was one of the like the Mira Vinci or the key, he was one of the ones that was for us, that was allowing us to file the documents we need to file. But that's shut down. But there's other places. I filed one thing in Lamar County. I never really had problems in my county filing anything. So, local, it's always best to do local anyway. All right, let's go. Let's look at this DS-11. So they changed the DS-11. They changed it. All right, where is my screen with the DS-11 on it? All right, let's make this bigger. See, you can even see the colors are different. And the expiration date is now 2023. The old application expired in December 2019. So, you know what I should do? Let me see if I could pull up an old DS-11. Well, this is the new one. So let's go. I'm gonna go straight to the changes they made. Well, no, I'm gonna go to the read the thing. It says here, this is the most important part of this application. It says, I declare under penalty of perjury all of the following. I am a citizen or a non-citizen national of the United States. Remember, non-citizen national of the United States is basically a citizen of the United States. Okay? And have not performed any of the acts listed under acts and conditions on page 4 of the instructions of this application unless explanatory statements is attached. The statements made on this application are true and correct. I have not knowingly and willfully made false statements or included false documents in support of this application. The photograph attached to this application is genuine current photo of me, and I have read and understood the warning on page 4 of the instructions to the application form. How many people have read the warning on page 4? Have you? Really? This is the warning. How many read this? This is for all you people that follow other people that tell you not to do certain things. False statements made knowingly and willfully in passport applications, including affidavits or other documents submitted to support this application, are punishable by fine and or imprisonment under U.S. law, including the provisions of 18 U.S.C. 1001, 18 U.S.C. 1542, and 18 U.S.C. 1621. Alterations or mutilation of a passport issued pursuant to this application is punishable by fine and or imprisonment under the provisions of 18 U.S.C. 1543. So you can they'll charge you with a crime for just mutilating the passport. So it's not yours, it's theirs. The use of a passport in violation of the restrictions contained herein of the passport regulations is punishable by fine and or imprisonment under 18 U.S.C. 1544. All statements and documents are subject to verification. All right. Then it says failure to provide information requested on this form, including your social security number, may result in significant processing delays and or denial of your application. So this is basically saying you don't enter that social, they could come after you. And they have come after people for not doing it. They have. You okay? How they come after you, they get you to sign a form confirming that you don't have a social. You sign that off and they use that against you. Remember, everything they use is based on what you give them. Now, here's the new acts and conditions. It says if any of the below mentioned acts or conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, a supplementary explanatory statement under oath or affirmation by the applicant should be attached and made a part of this application. Right? Now, this is tricky because it says if any of the below mentioned acts and conditions have been performed by the applicant or by or applied to the applicant, a supplementary explanatory statement under oath or affirmation by the applicant should be attached and made a part of this application. So it's not even telling you to line out anything anymore. It says if this applies to you, and let's see what it says. I have not been convicted of a federal or state drug offense or convicted of a sex tourism crime statute, and I am not the subject of an outstanding federal, state, or local warrant of arrest for a felony, a criminal court order forbidding my departure from the United States, or a subpoena received from the United States in a matter involving federal prosecution for a grand jury investigation of a felony. This is how they trapping y'all into being criminals. Because it says if any of the below mentioned acts or below mentioned or conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, it says I have not been convicted. So that applies to you. If you're not a criminal, you don't do these type of things, that means you still should be submitting this explanatory statement. Explaining that you not none of that. If you don't, the assumption is you did all of this. Because you didn't submit an explanatory statement. Now, when we get to the nationals thing, I say keep doing the same thing you've been doing, including your nationality and your explanatory statements. Even though it's not here for you to line out, they're not asking you to do that now. But you gotta be you can't come in here because you know you signing this thing under oath, saying that you are a U.S. citizen or non-citizen national of the United States now. So you're gonna have to put a statement there showing that you're not. Now, of course, for me to go a little more deeper into it, that only is reserved for my premium members. Because I definitely have to go deeper with this. If you're filling out this application. Now, I would still use the old applications and just leave this one alone for now. And right now, I think the only place you're going to find this application is online. So it's not a big deal right now until they run out of applications. So y'all better make a mad dash to them post office and collect some more of them old applications while they're still out there. In case you don't know what the acts and conditions say, let me get you the DS-11. Of course, I got to find a blank one. Let me get my hard drive. I might be able. Let me see. DS. Oh, there's one right there. Let's see. All right, yeah, this is a good one. Just to show you how they don't want y'all out. They don't want y'all out. They do not want you guys out. They want y'all to forever remain slaves to them. Now now y'all gonna have to show y'all dog tags to get in the restaurant now. Y'all deworming. I'm talking in code right now. Y'all deworming certificates. They're about the equivalent of it. All right. Let me share this. Uh all right. This is acts and conditions here. Let me move this over. All right. See, this whole paragraph is missing. Whole paragraph is missing. Now, it says, now this is where the gurus and the so-called know-it-alls always get confused. But when you are spiritually driven and the vision is given to you, you can see clearly through this, right? It says, if any of the below mentioned acts or conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, the portion which applies should be lined out, and a supplementary explanatory statement under oath of affirmation by the applicant should be attached and made a part of this application. And here's what it says. I have not, since acquiring United States citizenship nationality, been naturalized as a citizen of a foreign state, taken an oath or made an affirmation or other formal declaration of allegiance to a foreign state, entered or served in the armed forces of a foreign state, accepted or performed the duties of any office, post, or employment under the government of a foreign state or political subdivision thereof, made a formal renunciation of nationality either in the United States or before a diplomatic or consular office of the United States in a foreign state, or been convicted by a court or a court martial of a competent jurisdiction of committing any act of treason against or attempting by force to overthrow or bearing arms against the United States or conspiring to overthrow, put down, or destroy by force the government of the United States. So there you would line out the portion, keyword, the portion is you line out what applies to you. Now, am I going to tell y'all what that is? Oh no. That's only reserved for my esteemed supporters of my premium service. Because this is powerful. This is freeing people. And plus, it's not so much that putting it out on YouTube. You know, I've already taught it enough where they changed the application based on my teaching. There was people showing y'all how to be state citizens for years. They never changed the application. I got my passport corrected in 2018. They changed this application after that. Out of all of the years that these guys been teaching y'all how to be nationals, they didn't change it until I came along and broke the code for y'all. And took this whole paragraph out. Because before that, all the other people, some people were doing the line outs, but they were lining out everything. The whole paragraph. Everything. See, on the other application, the new one, they're not asking you to line anything out. They just want you to give an explanatory statement. So they're really saying, just tell me what your nationality is. So, listen, y'all can keep listening to the bootleggers if y'all want to, or y'all could come over here and listen to the truth. Because I'm going to tell you that discharge is garbage. I'm going to tell you that GSA bonds is garbage and will get you in trouble. I'm going to tell you all of the lies they've been telling y'all. Listen, I'm not going to say they've been running these fantasy games for y'all for years, running around, taking y'all money, spending thousands of dollars, getting y'all nowhere, actually getting y'all in deeper holes than you was when you came to the people. My job is very difficult because a lot of times I get people after they've been screwed. But do I get them out? Yes. I help them? Yes. But it's more work. I'd rather get to you right on from the beginning and give you the truth right up front, saying, listen, all that UCC stuff, there's a trash can. Put it in it. Do I utilize the UCC and to record some things? Yes, I have done that. There is some use for it, but is it going to be the end all be all and get you out of some stuff? Is going to discharge some debt? I haven't seen that yet. I heard people say it, but I haven't seen it. I was told, yes, it'll do this and do that. Well, then, how you telling me something you ain't done or proven? How you telling me something and it's supposed to be doing all this discharging, and I can see the back of your throat through your teeth. How you telling me? How is that? Come on. If it's doing all this discharge and making all this money, I should not be seeing a gap 1 inch long in your grill. It should be fixed. I should not be seeing you living in a trailer. I should not be seeing you catching a bus. I should not be seeing you in a hoopty. Come on. We got to get real. The people y'all listening to, large majority are not living a life that they claim they going to get for you. All this discharging, y'all, they should have mansions everywhere. Cars everywhere. If that's what they want. But most of these people are straight up bums. Child support after them. Some of them even getting rejected, and they claiming that they pedophiles in their rejection orders. Come on now. All right, this is not nothing to panic about. I just want to let y'all know it's really nothing to panic about. Just sit back, be calm. Yeah, are they trying to? They see what they're doing is they know that the elite, knowledgeable people will still overstand this and get through. And they know that the people who just follow or go along, get along, like Kwame Brown would say, those people would not understand it if it was slapping them in their face. They won't get it. That's why they do this. Like I said, that's why I started off prefacing this with the Bible, how in religious or spiritual knowledge, they kept it to only the elite, only the deserved ones would get that information. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hold on. I'm gonna read something to y'all. And this is everything spiritual. And I use the Bible often to prove points, but I don't use the Bible to beat people over the head and make them do what I want them to do. You know what's crazy? It's only like Mondays, I do consultations. I get a lot of consultations on Monday. But on Tuesdays is when all the demons come and call me with the bull. Not the people with demons, the demon ideas that they have. They call me up and try to interrupt my train of thought when I'm preparing spiritually to have this broadcast. They call me up with the most ridiculous stuff. And I've gotten to the point I just cut it off. I'm gonna share somebody said you need an affidavit after the DS-11. It's called an explanatory statement, of course, young brother. Okay, let me what? Listen, don't come in my broadcast trying to get me to talk about people, Eon, USFL. I don't know them brothers. I don't know them. I know I did used to call in on Yusuf show. We had good conversations. Eon, I listen to him. I respect what he does, but I don't have no opinion. I'm not going to share I don't beat up on people by name on the air. What I beat up on is when you guys get beat by people who lying to y'all. I beat up on that, but I'm not going to sit here and call people out by name. So get off my broadcast with that causing division stuff. You blocked. You blocked. Don't be coming on here asking about different brothers. You ask them about what they do. And this is how you vet your teachers. If you like those people, you listen to them, you take their information, you ask them, okay, how has this changed your life? Can you show me? That's all you need to do. Whenever somebody's teaching you, you ask them how it changed their life. I could tell you how the stuff I teach y'all changed my life. Like, for instance, my motions that I put forward, it changed my life. The very first court case I got beat was an alleged domestic violence, and there was no evidence, and they threw it out. Got dismissed. I can actually go to the case and show you where it says dismiss. Hold on. Oh, so okay. See if I can pull it up. Still in there. How do I find it? Trial courts, appeals. I've been on it so long. Court. Trying to find the place. They changed this little website up a little bit on me. Okay, let's go straight to the county. What is that? Kershaw County. Oh, okay, here it is. It's right there at the bottom. All right, go there. Go there. Put name in. I'll show y'all proof, bro. Don't play with this. There it is. All right, I'm going to share the screen. See, if they're not pulling up screenshots, they just talking. Okay? They just talking. All right. Let's see. Which window was that in? All right, y'all see it there? Dismissed. Dismissed. Let me see if it'll still show you the stuff I filed. Actions. Oh, look at that. Do y'all see all the stuff I put in there? Ooh. And I did this wrong. That constitutional challenge was wrong. But it went through anyway because my spirit was right. And my affidavit, my rebuttal attachments, they got it all. Okay. All right. So I'm not teaching y'all from a point of theory. Okay. Not teaching y'all from a point of theory. Okay. I prove what I say. I show y'all what I say. I can show y'all a passport. I can show y'all that. I travel out of the country all the time. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I know there's a couple of trolls in here. The more people you get on, you're gonna get trolls. That just comes with the territory. But I wanted to read something to y'all. I want to read this. This is why I reserve a lot of my information for my class. It says, therefore I speak to them in parables because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. I could sit here, and I have done this, and plainly tell somebody exactly what to do, and they still won't get it. And right then and there is when I realize that I'm dealing with a spiritually deficient individual. And it says, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Reason why y'all not get healing, because y'all can't see and y'all can't hear. You're listening with the wrong ears. You're seeing with the wrong eyes. You got to open up. You got to become high consciousness. You got to become that spiritual being. You know, that's what you got to become. And then you can see this. The reason why I can understand this stuff, because spirit is first. Being spiritual is first. Seeking that knowledge first opens up everything else. It says, put forth the kingdom of heaven, then all these things will be added to you. When they mean by the kingdom of heaven, the higher consciousness of your mind. Open that up, expand it. Look past what you see in the physical world, because what you see in the physical world, you're already too late, because that's just a manifestation of what you have been thinking. So you're already late when you see that. You're not caught up. If you just there, oh, I see that now. No, you've already seen it before it happened. You just unconscious and didn't pay attention. So if you see it in the physical, you're already too late. That's why you have to guard your thoughts now. Guard what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're listening to, who you're associating with. Some of us, some of you are hanging out with people who have no ambition but to be an employee for somebody else. You guys want to do great things. Y'all want to open up businesses, become bigger, be better, but yet you're hanging out with ones that don't want that. And they may say, "Oh, I wish you the best," but in their mind, in the back of their mind, they're jealous of you, and they'll say little things. You sure you want to do that? Make sure you keep that job, keep the security. It's amazing how people think a job is security, is safe. They don't want to let it go and go for their real dream. They hate the job, but they don't want to let it go and chase their dreams, chase their businesses. Well, you can't just let it go because you got bills to pay, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I did that for years, holding on to a job while having a business, and the business never really grew. Shut down a shop because of that, because it wasn't, I felt, hey, it wasn't growing because it was the amount of time I was investing. I had other things going on. Then I opened up a barbershop that grew. Why? I spent a lot of time there at first. Then I got the idea, oh, things are gonna slow down. Went and took a job with Time Warner. And then guess what happened? Money stalled out. I was making money, but not enough to brag about. Why? My attention was divided. Now I've learned over the last 6 years that you got to be invested in your cause. So I'm totally invested in what I'm doing now. And because 100% of my energy goes towards this, it is successful. It's not the economy that slows me down. It's not because people are not doing business with me. It's not because or people don't want to do business with me. It's all because I'm invested in it and I put that energy in it and people come. If you half-ass in your business, spending very little time, that's all you're gonna get out of it. You reap what you sow. Some of your business is not growing because you're spending more time growing other people's business than your own. Nobody wants to do business with someone that's lukewarm. Nobody wants to do business with someone doesn't have the passion for their business. The reason why Walmart and Target and all of these businesses are thriving because they advertise and they go 100, they are 100% in on their mission. And then they get their employees to be 100% in on their mission. Therefore, they are successful. Are you 100% on your mission? You say you want a business, you want a business, you want to do this, you want to do that. But how much time are you spending on it? How much time are you dedicated to it? No, you're dedicated to making someone else's dreams come true. That's a hard fact. If you're not making any money in your business, it may not be because it's not something someone wants. Because people are buying water that's free out of bottles. When they first came up with this idea, they thought it was crazy. But I got a couple of cases in my garage right now. It's not so crazy, is it? They don't even know what this is. What's in here? Is this good water or not? Someone said I'm gonna bottle water and I'm gonna sell it. And that idea was laughed, and then it took hold. People bought it. Instead of people buying, you can get a container and put your own water in it, put it in the refrigerator, and just drink that. You don't need to go buy bottled water. Just think about bottled water, how much you buy in bottled water, add that to your water bill. You probably come out cheaper just getting your tap water, distilling it, and drinking that. And you'll be healthier. Like I said, I know you guys got dreams, hopes, and want bigger and better, but you got to be 100% invested in your dreams yourself. It's not up to anybody else. It really isn't. Remember, call 563-999-3615 if you want to talk to me directly. Ask me a question. Yeah. Y'all asking questions. The numbers running across the screen right there. Let me see who's in there. Maybe people got their hand. No one got their hand up. Press 1. I forgot to tell you, press 1 if you want me to pick your call up. Press 1. That's right. The brother said he got 30 days house arrest for not putting that social on the application. Somebody asked me, when authenticating a BC, should affidavit contain each and every fact written on the certificate, or is the statement about facts recited good, or I should use the BC or the certified library? Man, you got a lot of questions there. Basically, go read Minnesota Rule 220. It tells you exactly what it says. There's only a couple of sentences you need in that affidavit. Only a couple of sentences. Press that 1. Press that 1. I see the ones are stacking up. Y'all stacking up over there. I see it. The ones are stacking up. Somebody said I did an explanatory statement. They sent it back, and I only got 3 stars. 3 stars. The stars don't mean jack. I told you. I keep telling y'all that. Stop believing these people telling y'all these stars mean something. They don't mean nothing. I've done thousands of these now, and children have gotten 5 stars. People with records have gotten 5 stars, and in a whole family, children had 5. The parents had 4. So it don't mean anything. It's no rhyme or reason to those stars. Stop letting people tell, get the 5 stars if you do this. Man, BS. I couldn't listen until someone come and show me that they do mean something. That's what I'm saying. It means nothing until I can prove it. All right. Somebody said fill the DS-82. I don't know what for. DS-82 is the renewal form. If the contract is already bad to begin with, why would you renew a bad contract? You need to start from scratch. Yeah. They still got the old DS-11s out there. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Let's get these phones. Whoa. Y'all done piled up on me, yo. All right, let's go. 253-476. And keep it on topic. 253-476. You live. Hey, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, peace to the gods. Akeem, you look a lot better today. You're not exhausted. You ready to go?
Why you keep pointing out whether I'm looking good or not, man? I'm good. I wasn't tired when you said I was. But go ahead.
I just want to let you know that you're really on fire today. Really.
Oh, thank you.
That's all I want to let you know.
All right.
But anyway, last week when you brought up that information about the buildings, how they look with all the weird tops and bottoms and stuff like that, you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did.
I came across some information that was stating that the reason how come they had all those buildings built like that all around the planet was because they were able to draw electricity out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, out of the ethereal. Yes, that's true. There's a 6-hour video on YouTube that breaks that down. So they took all of the hardware out of those buildings. Like those wasn't originally churches. They were energy centers that draw in the air. Because if you look at all the state houses, they're always in the center of that county that they sit in. And it pushed out electricity all over the place. Yes, that's true. You are right on point. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know on the where you go, like say for instance, you come up with the idea and you want to get something patent. Say for instance, you come up with the idea about creating some electricity, generating electricity. If you try to place it in the patent department, they got some sort of a law out now, where if that you try to anybody, me, you, anybody else try to patent anything that pertains to creating electricity for the public,
right? They kill you.
I need to email that to you, so they can't do it. They go and arrest the people.
See,
talking about something
that's
about,
you trying to get it. See, that's the problem is everybody trying to get recognition for their inventions instead of just doing it. Keep it to themselves.
I don't know. These people are criminals. They usually wind up killing people. Several people have already gotten killed.
Yeah, because they went and tried to make it public. No, you do. That's something you do covertly. Keep it to yourself.
I agree. I agree with you, really. But anyway, my questions are, okay, when we do the injunction, is it appropriate for us to use our address where we lay our head, correct?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do the injunction, that's what you're trying to protect, your home, right? And all the property.
Yeah. I just want to,
it's fine.
I want to just run it by you first before we did it. Okay. Now,
when I did my injunction, I used my mailing facility, but still it was effective.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to run it by you before we did it. And with the passport, is it okay to include your birth certificate in with it?
You have to. That's one of the requirements to even get a passport.
Okay. All right.
Without even doing explanatory statements, you need to show proof of birth. Read the instructions. It tells you right there what is needed when you applying and one of them is birth certificate.
The reason why I was waiting because I was trying to get all of this crap over with this IRS here. So
okay,
I already have this.
All right.
I have this back now saying that they don't have jurisdiction. So hopefully it should go through.
Okay. Ain't no problem. All right.
But anyway, my last question is, you remember when you came over here and you was giving my daughter some consultation about some child thing that she was going through with her boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. I remember vaguely.
I forgot to tell you that my daughter never received service of process. And one of the rules...
Then you can do a vacate void judgment for lack of subject matter jurisdiction because she was never served properly.
Exactly. But this is the kicker. My daughter had an attorney. Do you know she had let the judge... Because my daughter's attorney brought it up that she never received service of process.
Mm-hmm.
The judge told my daughter's attorney that he would allow it, the case to go forward without that. So he was practicing law from the bench,
he was supposed to put in an objection and then and appeal the case on that grounds that he allowed that in error.
Right.
For stuff like
Correctly.
that right
Definitely.
then and there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate it. Peace to the God.
All
That's
right,
all I have.
peace. Somebody's asking me about that 6-hour video. Hang on, I'm gonna get it for you and put it in the chat. Very good video. Now, I'm not a flat earther person, but this video, the brother put it together very well. And he made some strong points that made me rethink my position. I'm still not totally convinced on flat earth, but he talks about the electricity. There's a reason why you got Ethereum as a blockchain or block cryptocurrency, because that's what they were getting that electricity from, the ethereal. They put this stuff right in y'all face, for real. I'm gonna get y'all. I see y'all on the phone lines, but let me find this recording for y'all. I watch a lot of stuff, and here it is. It's called The Lost History of the Flat Earth. Let me click that.
Many that inside the.
Let me copy the link. There's the link right there. I'll put it in. Lost History of the Flat Earth. Right there. Very good video. I like the way he put it together. He broke it down. It was very convincing. It was good. Somebody said, how can GSA bonds get you in trouble? Well, I can tell you what happened when we used them to help somebody in prison, and they ended up getting more problems. They was put in solitary confinement. I could tell you that. And then use them on some other things. Most of the time they ignore them. They ain't do nothing with them. On most of them. Yeah. Only time I saw somebody get in trouble, they were in prison trying to use it to get out, and it gave them. They came in and moved them out of the prison. They did all kind of stuff to the brother. But most people outside who have used it, they just didn't do nothing. They didn't fix nothing. Didn't change anything. From my experience. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. All right, let's go to 301-708.
Hey, Akeem, this is Oren. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, Oren? What's going on? Peace.
I'm good. I just wanted to be a testimony for you so people can hear that your stuff does work.
Thank you.
Shared the passport information with me well over a year ago, about a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, right.
And I was in, for people that say if you have tax issues, it doesn't work. That's not true.
It's not.
I had a tax bill and put the explanatory statement in, send it to them, got the passport back, got the card back. Status was corrected. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned through this whole process is the number one thing that you must do is correct your status first.
Yes.
Everything else
secondary.
After that.
If
you try to do all those processes before your status is corrected, you are going to get in trouble.
Yes.
Because you're basically a ward of the state. You're a citizen. But once you are out of the system, then they can't really do as much to you because you're not in their system. So you got to get the status corrected. And the passport was, when I did that, that was a game changer. So just wanted to say thanks, and I just wanted to be a testimony for what you're doing.
I appreciate you coming on. Now, Oren actually was the guinea pig when I first figured out how that passport application worked out. Because we were trying many other things. I think I brought you one way to do it, and I said, no, don't do it that way. Do it this way.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was like, when I figured it out, he was one of two people that I had shared the information with to see what would happen. And even with the tax liability, he still got his passport. You see, I know I come across people with those issues and they get rejected. The problem, why those people get rejected for tax issues, is because this brother here had done a lot of stuff before he did the passport to cure that, to make sure that his stuff would go through. So other people just jumped, and you gotta set the stage for it to go through. You have been doing other things too. So, but
yep.
All right, brother. Thanks for that.
I want to say thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. All right, peace.
Yep.
All right, man. Press 1 if you want me to pick you up. I had a lot of hands up, and then I don't know if they making y'all drop off or what. 401-829.
Yo, what's up? Greetings.
How
you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I don't know where to start.
Just start.
All right, let me go with the simple thing. Where to start? Yeah, I'm driving the truck. I try to change my license from Rhode Island to Nevada, and on the application I did the UCC 1-308.
How about you just write without prejudice, all rights reserved? Just write it. Just write it out.
I wrote it, and then the lady was like, "Oh, you can't do that." She was like, "Oh, you can't do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. Here, I'm taking that application here and sign this one." I was like,
"No, you say okay. I'll sign it the way you want me to. As soon as you pull out the rule book that says I can't do it that way." Don't argue with them. Just say, I will do it as soon as you show me in your rules that I have assigned a certain way. When I signed a certain way on mine, and they were saying, oh, you got to do this, that, and that's okay. Oh, no problem. So I'll do it as soon as you pull out your rule book saying that I got to sign it that way. And guess what she said? Have a nice day, and handed me my document. Okay? See, that's how you challenge that crap right there. Show me where I'm required to sign it the way you told me to. Okay?
All right.
That's it. Ask them for proof.
One more thing, and I had a really bad experience. Because I had, you know what's funny? My mom found my passport that I lost. And I had it was going to be like a trophy to me. I had stamps from Colombia, from Peru, Nicaragua, everywhere. And I wanted to fill up that book, that stamp. I wanted to fill up that passport with every country and stamp from South America, you know, but I lost it and I didn't report it stolen. So I went down, I got me one of them Citizen of the World passport, and I tried to
What's
go
the
with
Citizen World passport? Is that, where did you get that from?
I saw something on YouTube there, and I got it from Washington, D.C.
That's enough said.
I got kidnapped. I got kidnapped by Mexican authorities inside the airport. It wasn't the cartels and all that. It was the people in the airport. I'm like, damn. They had me over there for 12 hours, and they sent me back on the same flight that I came over there. And when people don't know, like when you go to the airport, you like in an international jurisdiction.
Right.
Like they don't got to give you no phone call. That's why you got, there's 3 countries that they don't let you have a satellite phone, and North Korea, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Those 3 countries, they don't let you step up in there with a satellite phone. But you always gotta have, I should have a satellite phone to let your peoples know, because let's say somebody Mexican or whatever South American, they cross the border, right? They call them wetback or espalda mojada in Spanish, right? They're under the laws of the land because their feet never left the land. They're still, they weren't in the air. But when you get on a plane, I'm on the maritime law because you're on the maritime law because your feet.
Cool. All right. You had a question? You had a question for me? That was it? Yeah, I got you, brother. Maritime law.
That Citizen of the World passport ain't cracked up with it.
I could have told you that. I could have told you that, but All right, brother. You have a good day, all right?
Thanks.
All right, peace. All right, 516-415.
Greetings, brother. How are you?
Greetings. How are you? I'm good.
Greetings. I have a testimony. I reached out to you and I did a testimony. I did a consultation with you over 3 years ago.
Okay.
I study. I listened to different people and I executed some documents with the help of my other half. I got to give praise to the female. Okay.
Good. It's always good to do
women
that.
have intuition. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to speak in part because we're on public forum.
Right. Got you. I appreciate that.
On a sidebar, the world passport has been blacklisted, so people need to leave that alone.
Right.
I've been down that route already. It's been blacklisted.
Right.
Okay. So, long story short, I got a judgment against the financial institution.
Mm-hmm.
I played guinea pig, but long story short, I filed a bankruptcy 3 years ago, and all the alleged creditors, none of them showed up with the trustee hearing.
Right.
So
they never do.
We turned around, and yes, they never do. So we turned around and filed an adversary proceeding where we sued everyone for breach of contract, breach of fiduciary. I put everything in the book, right? So it was about 7 alleged creditors. The judge, you know, when you're in that courtroom, they play their games, right? But long story short, this is federal bankruptcy court, right? Mm-hmm. So long story short, the judge dismissed, out of the 7, he dismissed 6. And he did a default judgment against one of the defendants.
Oh, okay.
So the lender's attorney came to try to appeal the judgment, and the judge asked him, I have the transcripts and everything, my brother. The judge asked him, why didn't you show up? And the attorney was like, well, I didn't think this would go forward, blah, 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 blah. And the judge said, just like how we have foreclosures and you guys, this is exactly how he said it. You guys foreclose on respondents or defendants that don't show up to their court case. I am not going to set a precedent here and reverse this judgment. So long story short, the judgment is unappealable.
Right.
So
good.
Me and my other half, we jumping for joy, my brother. We like, whoa.
Good, brother. Good. Right? See, but let me ask you a question. What you did was you went and knew their rules and you used it against them.
Yes.
That's all. Yes, that's all. It's simple. Yes, we don't have to create all of these fancy techniques. It's go read the rules and use those rules to your advantage. They are your advantage. They're always at you. You are always at an advantage over them. That's why they always want you to hire an attorney.
And we gotta, yes, my friend. And we have to be careful with listening to people that tell you, oh, you don't want to be pro se, you don't want to do this. Play their game. I
laugh at that. I just showed y'all a dismissed case. And guess what I was? I wasn't pro se. I was pro pia pro sana. But you see what I'm saying?
You state that on the record.
Right.
You gotta get the paperwork in. That's it.
Right. I remember.
I want to get this in.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a funny story about that. But go ahead. Right? Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So catch this. So pursuant to Rule 55, if you're familiar with the federal rules of the court, the clerk or the court is like the judge, right? So the clerk or the court can issue the judgment, right?
Yes.
So the judge already set on file. No, the clerk. I got the clerk to stamp the docket and put that the defendant is in judgment, right? Mm-hmm. So pursuant to Rule 55, I had to bring the rules because these court clerks were so scared. They never seen anything like this. Who's my attorney? I'm like, listen.
Yo, y'all better listen real carefully. He's dropping some serious juice. He's dropping something I would not even tell y'all on the air, but go ahead. I'm going to let him do it. But go ahead.
Yes, you don't have access to your phone in these courts, right? So print it out. Show the clerk. Pursuant to Rule 55, the clerk of the court or the court can issue judgment. So, brother, for a whole 2 weeks, I was back and forth with the clerk, supervisors. Finally got a sister that looked at me and my wife, and she told the clerk, the deputy clerk, sign off on that judgment. All right? He's right. Sign off on that judgment. Guess what happened? The deputy clerk, which was it's not about race, but you know what? I'm not going to say who it was, but it was of Hispanic descent. She said, "I'll take care of you. Just wait in the lobby area or the waiting room, right?" So I have attorneys asking me questions, looking at my case. I'm excited. My wife's excited.
Because they're educated on law the wrong way. It's not that they're doing it intentional. They're so used to doing it a certain way.
Right. So long story short, the clerk apologized to me, the deputy clerk, and she said, "It's just we have our rules in the court where we usually let the judge do everything."
Well,
and
that's
I
not proper procedure.
I respectful that you say that, but we're going according to the federal rules here.
Right.
Now, sidebar, they have their own little games that they do in the courthouses, and the judges tell the clerks what to do. And this is where it gets very tricky for us because we're not represented as attorneys, nor are we part of the bar.
Right.
And these people want to keep their job.
Right.
So, long story short, a Moore sister came in the courthouse and she started arguing with the clerk while I'm waiting to get my stuff signed off on. She started telling the clerk, "I can't use no blue pen. I gotta use red. Everything gotta be in red." And that just threw the whole like karma, like everything was just turned off. And it was like minutes to 5, and the clerk was like, "I'm so sorry. Can you come back tomorrow? I have everything ready for you." Long story short, my brother, the clerk never did it. I couldn't get the supervisor. I ended up going before the judge, right? According to Rule 55,
that's your other option.
Before the court because the clerk didn't want the responsibility, all right?
It's crazy how they'll do it for the lawyer. They'll do it for the attorney any day, and then you getting a win. The little, so-called little guy, they won't do it, even if the rules say it. It's just they try to stack it against you. But go ahead.
Right. So, long story short, again, I'm gonna keep it short. Went before the court 3 times. On the 3rd time, the judge was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna sign off on this. Take your judgment. You won." I got the transcript. You won. Take your judgment and monetize it in state court. For the last few years, this happened in 2018, bro. For the last few years, we've been going to the state court, different state courts. We show the transcript to the clerk of the court at the state court. Nobody understands what we're talking about. I spoke to an attorney. I said, "Listen, we will give you a huge portion, write up the contract. This is a sure judgment." The attorneys say, "Hell yeah, this is real." But guess what? If I sign off on this and take this case at this level, I will never be able to work in this county or state again. So, brother, this is where
it's rigged. They rig it.
A hot judgment in my hand, but there's no writ of execution. I don't know how to move forward with this.
You gotta take it to the Supreme Court. Take it all the way up.
Which Supreme Court?
Start with the state level because he told you where to go. Go take it to the state Supreme Court first. Take it to the state Supreme Court.
Okay. That's general jurisdiction, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Go there first, and then they don't move on and you appeal it. They gotta give you a writ of execution. It's their duty.
So the lender has left me alone. The house is still there. Everything is at a standstill. But I'm like, I know they waiting for me to do something.
He said to monetize it. Now, let me show you something you might have overlooked that could be slowing you down. It's in Rule 55.
Okay.
Hang on.
Now,
all right.
I've
here it is right here. It says,
okay, go ahead.
Entering a default judgment, a party against whom a judgment for affirmative relief is sought has failed to plead or otherwise defend. That failure is shown by affidavit. So, in order for someone to win a default judgment, you probably already had this. You have to have it by affidavit. The failure is shown by affidavit.
Yes, I did that.
Boom. The clerk must enter the party's default.
That's on record.
Boom. Right? You did that.
Record.
Then entering a default judgment by the clerk. If the plaintiff's claim for a sum certain or sum that can be made certain by computation, the clerk, on the plaintiff's request, with an affidavit showing the amount due, must enter judgment for that amount and costs against defendant who has been defaulted for not appearing and who is neither a minor nor an incompetent person by the court.
In the comment section, a mixum. Respect to you, that is the truth. They should have been arrested. And guess what? I'm the injured party because of their election or lack of them not doing their duty. You know,
so
this is a few years now. And this is a sizable judgment.
Now, this is what I would do. This is where the UCC becomes important. Because you can go and record that judgment on the UCC. Yes, you can go and record that judgment on the UCC now.
Okay.
A non-UCC, though.
Yeah, that's a non-UCC security interest with backing,
right?
From a
because the judge has signed off it, and get a certified copy of the judgment and record it there.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Now, I'm not going no further than that.
I got. Yeah, brother. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. We catch up.
You can get your money. You can get your money, because you got to remember who executes judgments. Sheriffs do. Who is over the court? Hold on. Listen. Listen very carefully. Who is in the courtroom when all proceedings are going on? Deputy sheriffs, right? They run the court. They run all the procedures. You can actually go to the sheriff and enforce him to go make them do their job. And also, you could do it's a writ. I can't even think of the writ. The writ to make them do their job. That's how you get to the Supreme Court.
Someone said in the comments, the judge didn't sign. The judge wrote an order in favor of me, the plaintiff.
He wrote the order, but see, once you get the order, you got to get a writ of execution so that the sheriff can act on it. So
that's all I'm missing.
Right.
The marshals keep telling me that.
What is
all
that?
We need is a writ of execution. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Hold on.
If the tables were turned, they would have took us out.
This is what you need. This is the writ. Hold on, I'm looking for. I can't think of the writ now.
I'm gonna email you, bro. I'm gonna put it in the topic. And,
I've been talking about it. It's a writ.
I'll give a donation.
Somebody, making officials do their job. I'm trying to. Writ of mandamus. Writ of mandamus. Do a writ of mandamus.
I have that.
Okay.
I have that to the Supreme Court.
Somebody
told me to do that.
That because now they're not doing their job. So you could say, listen, you have this, and the judge, they won't sign off on it. Do a writ of mandamus.
Right.
There you go.
Yes. And people, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. yes, it's a clear win, but you got to be careful talking to these attorneys. Use that prefix in the word "turn." They will turn this whole thing around and try to confuse you and tell.
Of course they do.
Bring
That's
you
their
back
job.
into to foolishness. Oh,
right.
You have a mortgage or you have child support. Don't you have a child? Don't you want to provide?
Here's the thing.
And just bring you back in the matrix.
Here's the thing. They ask you questions to make you tell on yourself. They're attorneys. See, they know they can't. They know their words cannot help them win, so they get you to use your words to help them win. And all you do is say, "That's a great question, but you lack subject matter jurisdiction. I don't know what you're talking about." Until you prove that you have someone that I can question over there on the other side of you, we got nothing to talk about. All right, brother. Thanks for that testimony. What was that?
And this is the last thing. Reverend Knight, thank you for mentioning Reverend Knight.
Reverend Knight, yeah.
That is the truth, and you are on it. I see growth, and thank you for doing what you're doing, man. You're a positive light. I'm in the comment section. I'm Simon Sims.
Okay, Simon Sims, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, brother.
Respect.
Go get your win. Go get your win. Don't give up. You can get that.
Yes, brother. I'm gonna keep you.
If you got that far, you can get that. All right, peace. All right.
Yes, I'm gonna follow up with you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Man, we gotta get these calls. All right, 662-592. Hello? 662-592. Going once, going twice.
Yo.
All right. Peace. What's up?
Peace. So I got a few questions.
All right. You only get one tonight because I got other callers. One question. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I'm here in Chicago, and I'm going through this process, and I've done a lot of stuff. Some stuff I didn't, but I'm just getting, acquiring new information, and that's why I'm here with you right now. So as far as warrants go, I was going through the court process, and I mean, I just, everything that I've been reading and researching, and it like I said, it just led me into the notion that the courtroom is pretty much a trap, and all in of itself being there, maybe right or wrong. So
what's your question? What's your question?
The paperwork route.
What's your question?
Say it again.
Yeah, I need you to get to the question. What's the question?
Warrants.
Okay.
Remedies for warrants.
You got a warrant. So only remedy is to go to the court that issued it so they can squash it, and then you got to move forward to whatever they accuse you for. You got to go and fight that. So that's the remedy. Go in there, showing up to that court. Don't let them come pick you up because you're going to spend time in jail. You could call them and say, hey, I got this warrant. What do I do? You got to go. You got to face it. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you that there's some easy ways, some trick shot to this. It's out there. You got to go address it. And the best way to address it is to go to them and address it. You can even call. Sometimes, depending on what type of warrant it is, they'll call you. Hey, they'll make a date for you over the phone, and you go show up, and then they'll reschedule for you to actually, start defending yourself. Depending on how serious it is. I don't know what type of, situation you got going on.
It's not nothing serious. No violence or nothing like that. Okay. Not even no real crime. And
What type? So what type of offense are we talking about? What type of offense? It's like a traffic ticket or something?
It was some drugs. A drug offense. Okay,
I don't know how they would react to that. If it's depending on what it was and the amount, they usually just reschedule, come in on this date.
Small amount.
Yeah, If it's like weed, they ain't even, those ain't even that serious anymore. But
they playing a little different in Chicago. That's why I do be wanting to know if guys are versed with this court system because it's a little different.
Yeah. Even as one day they're gonna get you, and it's always gonna be on their most inconvenient time. They're gonna get you one day. It's always inconvenient. That's why you make it convenient for you. It's not a good thing to deal with, but you got to go face it.
For sure. And what about and I was, like I said, I was on bond. so I'm sure they're gonna be requesting.
They might revoke that. I don't know. Sometimes they don't. It just depends. You know, you never know. You go with the right spirit, you might get the right situation. You don't know, but you do have to face it.
Okay.
All
and
right, brother.
Another thing I do know here is that the so-called judges here are actually officers.
Okay.
Judicial officers.
They're all officers of the court. Yeah, but what is that? How is that going to get you free? Brother, know the rules. Know the rules of the court.
To another little question.
Yeah. I told you only got one question because you're about to go down some sovereign citizen question. I could tell, but I'm going to let you ask it, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. I mean,
go ahead, ask the question. Sure. This is your last question, but ask the question. What is it?
Yeah, the distinction. The distinction is that addressed? Have you ever addressed that? Should you, yay or nay? Or
no? What for? What am I address? Whether he's this, that, and that. All I need to address is the Constitution and the rules. That's it. All that other stuff is side talk, and it ain't gonna get you no win. You're gonna get pissed off at you, and he gonna be more strict on you. Y'all go in there and keep running that sovereign citizen jargon if y'all want to. They've been doing that for years. And they're not feeling well with those arguments. Because he's this, he's that, and blah, 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 blah. What?
Yeah, they ain't accepting the Constitution either. I said they're not really accepting the Constitution stuff either.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How many filings have you ever put in the court to say that they never accept the Constitution?
I put in a couple petitions.
Like what? What did you put in?
An affidavit.
Of what?
Affidavit too, talking, stating the facts of, behind.
That's not a motion. That's not a motion. That's just an affidavit. What did you put with? Affidavits usually go with motions. What motion did you put in?
I didn't put one.
Okay, there you go. That's why they're not listening to the Constitution. You move the court by way of motions.
Okay.
And then you include an affidavit in it. If you just put an affidavit, it's just an affidavit. It don't mean nothing. Okay, he said that. Okay. And they do nothing. That's why I say learn the rules. Learn the rules. If you want to do it yourself, learn the rules. Don't make up your own. Don't make up something that someone told you. I teach y'all the rules. The stuff I learned from a lawyer. I learned the procedures from a lawyer. Then I took the knowledge that I had, that I needed, and incorporated that to get my wins. Okay. I put motions in. And that's it, brother. All right, brother. Thank you. Say it again. All the rules. All right. Whatever court you're dealing with, you need to learn the rules of that court. If like for your situation, learn the rules of that court. Go study. If you go to my website, ikemail.com, there's a course you can buy. Oh.
Okay.
When like a lawyer or something. It's a lawyer who teaches this course to how to go in there. He's a lawyer. He teaches you how to do this stuff. How I win is by knowing the rules, moving the court, and all of that. That's how you're going to win. You're not going to win just throwing an affidavit in and thinking you're okay. You're not going to win throwing GSA bonds in a case. I have not seen a GSA bond win a case yet. You're not going to win with UCCs. You're not going to win with the straw man argument.
Also, I was going to say that. I have seen GSA bonds get cases dismissed for a brother.
Man, you're lying.
Another brother I'm online.
Yeah, you're lying. You're lying. No, you didn't. Have a good night.
I wouldn't.
I lied. So if let's see, I gotta kill conversations like that. If GSA bonds, he's seen it work, why didn't he use it in this case he got going on now? Huh? He got warrants. He running from them. He's asking me what to do. Go ahead, put the GSA bonds in there. Since you think it worked. 813-564.
Peace, Kim. How you doing?
Peace.
Brother?
What's going on, brother? Am I making sense? Am I making sense right now?
Yeah, you definitely.
If you telling me that worked, why are you not using it? Why you on here asking me what to do? Okay.
I know it don't work. I know it don't work.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
I know it don't work.
You've been around for a long time.
Before, so it don't work.
You've been around for a long time. They about to make the old me come out with this BS.
No, don't go back.
Okay, I won't. I'll back off. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know it don't work. It definitely don't work because I still got child support, so it don't work.
Right.
It don't work.
So that
So
right. I'm telling you, it don't. It don't. Come on, man.
It don't work. I tried it. It don't work. I still got child support.
Right.
When I get my case, when I get my court date this week or next week, then we'll see. I'll show you what works. What you showed me works.
Right. Okay,
but
bro.
Anyway, I got a little question, man. I had a lawsuit going on. And they was in bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
And, after the bankruptcy, you got 15 days to restart the case. I missed them 15 days. Will I still be able to continue my case?
You okay? You filed bankruptcy, and you have 15 days to.
No, I filed a lawsuit.
Oh, you filed. I'm sorry, I missed that. You filed lawsuit, and you have 15 days to do what?
After they was in bankruptcy, so they told me after the bankruptcy, I have 15 days to refile my case.
Oh, they went into bankruptcies, so they were protected. So,
yeah,
you have to file. You still could file. You could come in as a creditor. Go to the creditors.
the bankruptcy over now.
If it's over, it's dismissed.
So
it's dismissed.
Yeah, I missed it. No, their bankruptcy over now.
That's what I mean. They dismissed it or discharged it. Which one?
I don't know. It was a big company. I don't know. I was just
find out.
Big company I was suing.
Because if they were in bankruptcy, you're supposed to come in and make a claim. They owed you some money.
Well, they really wasn't in bankruptcy. They was in the consolidation. It was a
they was in reorganization. Okay.
Yeah. So it really wasn't a bankruptcy.
All right, you got 15 days. You can file a lawsuit at any time, but I would still go file it and see what happens.
It was already filed before, and then the court sent me back, and the lawyer sent me back that they was in bankruptcy, and that was before COVID.
Right, just go refile it. Refile it or
go refile.
Yeah, go refile it. Or there's another term where you can reinstate it.
Reinstate it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if I missed my cutoff because I'm like 30 days.
No.
Late. So I was wondering if
it's a lawsuit. And they said do it in 15 days. So you filed it. You filed it with the court.
Yeah, I filed.
You served them.
Yeah.
You did all of that.
Correct.
You can do a motion to reinstate it. I think that is to reinstate it now that they're out of bankruptcy. It could be that's the motion.
So the lawyer sent me there.
What did the lawyer say? What did it say on there?
Well, they sent me the affidavit that the bankruptcy was lifted and everything was back in order. They denied everything, of course. They sent the affidavit to deny all what they did. But the evidence was already put on the record that they pulled my credit. I just didn't want to miss that window. I know if I had 15 days after the bankruptcy was over to refile my case, resubmit my case.
Mm-hmm. Just resubmit it.
Because
it ain't gonna hurt nothing by resubmitting it.
Okay, so I need to resubmit and send it to the lawyer again.
Reserve them. The clock starts over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just on my credit now. So I just wanted to make sure that because the evidence was already put on that they had my credit and everything that was still on my credit. I followed the rules to the T. Y'all taught me very well. So thank you.
Yeah.
So
go sue them. Yeah.
I followed it to. Yeah, because it's a big company, man. I want my money, man. Y'all put my credit for no, without my permission, man.
Yeah,
so
I know what you're talking about. I know.
Okay.
All right, brother.
So I just need to do a reinstatement.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Team, I appreciate it, man. Keep telling them, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right. Yo, I don't give legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a spiritual advisor. This is a ministry. All right. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to go through the 200 paragraphs and tell y'all that. Just got to say that. Let's go to the next caller. I'm kind of lost where I was. I think I'm here. 904-386.
Peace to the God of good, brother King.
I'm good. Peace to the God. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to share just something about that flat Earth. I'll keep it quick. My little experience with that. Nobody ever told me. I never knew it existed. I was just sitting down at the beach one day, just admiring, just telling the Lord how beautiful and wonderful the curve looks with the ocean and the sunlight. And then out of nowhere, I just, like an audible voice, it's not flat. I mean, it's not round, it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I opened up my eyes and took a look. It went from that curvy round to just a straight line. And ever since then, I could never get the round back, no matter how hard I tried. And then that's when I found out about second theologians, 2:11, and they shall cause God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So once you come out of that delusion, it's hard to get the lie back, just like this commerce stuff. Peace to God. That's all I wanted to say.
Man, appreciate it. Thank you. Peace.
Hey.
Yeah, I wasn't really big on the flat earth, but after looking at that video, the brother brought up some great arguments. I'm still not totally convinced about that. I don't know if I got this number before, 516-415. 516-415. Did I get you? Well, they quiet. Let's move on. 253-332.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? Peace.
Peace.
What do you got? What do you got?
Huh?
What do you have? A question? Comment?
Oh, yeah, I just basically wanted to confirm that it's possible. Would it be possible to basically, after correcting your status, to be able to not have to pay certain taxes?
I've never seen it done. I'm not saying it's not possible. I just haven't gotten to that point where you're able to not pay any property taxes or anything like that, if that's what you're referring to. Are you talking about personal taxes? Oh, you don't have to pay. Well, through your employer, that's possible, but they give you hell trying to assert that status. Read the W-4 form or the W-4 laws. They're not supposed to be taking taxes out of your money without your permission, but you gave them permission by filling out that form. So yes, it is possible, but when you're working for the corporations, they'd rather get rid of one so you don't wake up the many. So everyone who's going down that road to try to do that always met opposition. Always met opposition. And I've known a couple of people lose their jobs because they were trying to do that.
Yeah, one last question. As far as when you correct your status, would you be able to apply for benefits such as unemployment?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
But yeah, I'll just hit you with a consultation and as far
Yeah.
as the other
Yeah, you can.
that I have
You can still do that. Remember that straw man benefits anyway. You just the authorized representative.
Yeah.
So, all right, bro.
Yeah, and I recognize that. No, just that I'm dealing with issues that kind of financially.
Hey, you got to listen. You ain't got to make no excuses to me.
Know how to fight.
You don't have the excuses to me, man. If you need the money, get it. I never tell people not to go get money. They can get.
It's just that they say I owe money and I don't, but I don't know how to go about proving whatnot.
Who money? Who money? Who you talking about? Who you owe?
Unemployment.
Oh, they're saying they overpaid you.
Yeah, and that's the farthest thing from the truth.
All right, just prove. If you got the proof, just show them that they didn't owe you overpaid. You wasn't overpaid. Okay.
Well, I don't really, don't have any proof proving that they paid me, or
overpaid
that I received anything, and they don't. So I don't see how they would overpay me if I never, I was justly filing what I was entitled to. So they can't prove that I wasn't entitled to it. So.
Why do they think you owe the money? It must be showing up in the computer that you was getting paid from somewhere while you were getting your check.
They said that I was filing
and I wasn't entitled to it, that I should have, not that I was working, that I was basically receiving funds when I shouldn't have, is what they were stating. But I received the funds for like 6 months or so, and basically they want me to pay all this money back, but they reached back a year later to do that.
But why do they say, I'm confused. They're saying they overpaid you. What is the reason why they're saying they overpaid you? Like, it's got to be either you were, because when you get unemployment, you got to say you've been looking for a job. Either you checked off you didn't look for a job, or you was making money while they were paying you. That's usually the two most likely.
They said I was working. I guess it was under the impression I was working while receiving the funds, and there's no proof. I showed them that I basically quit a job because my life was in danger of 2 or 3 days of working at the job. So I started filing again, and rightfully so.
Oh, so you went and took hang on. You went and took a job in the interim of you getting the unemployment, and then you quit the job for whatever reason you had.
Went back to filing.
And then went back to filing. Oh, see, once you quit a job, that changes the terms. You got a new contract. That's why they're coming at you. You got a whole new contract. Yeah, because you took the job and you quit voluntarily. You didn't get fired. So that there says that you don't qualify anymore for unemployment.
Regardless of what the job, life endangerment, doesn't matter.
Well, you got to make a report of that. You got to say that. You got to, when you were doing that, you're supposed to record that. Hey, this is why I'm quitting the job. Maybe go get a police report. My life's in danger. How was your life in danger?
Shit, he left me in Canada. I'm a truck driver, so basically I was left in Canada with no GPS, no phone, no nothing, and just hope I make it back. And I was trapped at the border for literally 8-10 hours.
So you was trapped at the border for 8 hours. You were in your truck?
No, I was at the border.
In your truck?
Well, yeah, more or less. My truck is outside, and they're running through my truck. They broke the seal and ran through it and everything, So didn't find anything. But yeah, I'm sitting up at the border in Canada, hoping I make it back.
So who left you stranded? I don't get it.
My trainer, my alleged trainer, who was supposed to be training me and show me the route and the way,
Oh, wait, he was in another truck.
Yeah, I was with another guy. Yeah, and he was in a separate truck. Yeah, he was, I guess, tired, ready to go, and cut out on me, and was like, man, didn't care if I made it back or nothing. My phone didn't work, no GPS in the truck, and just by the grace of God, and just,
So he wasn't the boss of the company; he was a trainer. He wasn't the boss of the company, but he was a trainer. He was training you on how to know the routes. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just talk to you from a boss point of view. If you work for me and I have somebody that's training you and he doesn't fulfill his job, I would expect you to come to me and file that grievance with me before you quit. Now, did you do that?
No.
So you didn't give them an opportunity. You didn't give them an opportunity to rectify your situation. I'm going to tell you how this sounds to me. This is called Truth Tuesday. It sounds like you wanted to go back on unemployment and you used that as an excuse to do it.
Nah, at the time, man, unemployment wasn't paying nothing. I'd rather, with the trucker, I'd rather get my money. Ain't nothing lazy.
Then why didn't you go and go through the proper channels? Yes, you was inconvenienced for 8-10 hours. I'm not making light of that. That's a long time. But you had a job. And okay, things happen. It wasn't the ideal situation. You're still alive today to talk about it. You go to the boss, say, hey, this is what happened. I didn't appreciate that. Can you give me another trainer? Is there someone else you can use? If I'm unemployment, if I'm just a stranger here, I'm looking at what what I'm using your words, what you're telling me, and that's what I'm getting. So just imagine unemployment and the job. You don't you quit jobs, by communicating. Say, hey, here's my notice, blah blah blah, and then you went back and filed unemployment. Yeah, I think unemployment is got a point here.
Yeah,
they got a point. You're gonna have a hard time winning that one.
I notified the
You might win. You might win, but you don't. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. It's
true.
You are looking at a uphill battle here, a very big one.
No, I understand that part. I mean, I notified who I could at the time. Like I said, the head boss, she was on vacation, but the people that sent me out.
Hey, brother, you don't have to tell me the whole story. You ain't got to go that far. You don't have to make any excuses to me. I'm not the one who's gonna make that decision. I'm just telling you, your fault. I'm faulting you for the simple fact that you didn't give the employer a chance to rectify the situation. You just left the job.
I mean, I guess
it's called job abandonment.
I'd rather go get my own business. I ain't gonna give nobody a chance to play with my life. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but no, you tell it. But still, it's still a correct way to do it. You're still listen. The life is. It may have been in danger. I don't know. You're telling me that, but I'm talking to you today. So the fact is, you're still alive to tell me this story. So I don't know how was it in danger? People was gonna rob you, kill you. What? Pack of wolves was coming after you. You was in the frigid cold. No heat. What?
Yeah, it was really cold. Low on gas. No gas card. And man, I don't know. It's no fun being lost. In an area.
So
where
basically, you was lost. You got inconvenienced 8 hours. How long did they detain you at the border?
I was there for like 10 hours. Now, and also, mind you, there's federal rules as far as the amount of time that you can be in service of driving and so forth. So
you had to rest.
I ended up driving over my time, and they voided the contract about saying it should take this amount of time, and it ended up being outside of that, not once, more than twice. And they didn't rectify it. I gave them a chance 2 or 3 different times. Even their own people was like, "Hey, I'm surprised you came back." So.
Oh, that's that's the own people is not the boss.
True.
That's just someone just hyping you up, putting a battery in your back. You should have gave the employer a chance to fix the situation. Then if he didn't fix it, then you do your due diligence and protect yourself. Because it wasn't the boss that held you up, it was Border Patrol that held you up.
Yeah. I mean, indirect actions of one of their employees, but
maybe somebody didn't do something right, and it cost you, some time and inconvenience. All right, brother. Appreciate your call, though.
No problem.
All right, peace. Have a good one. All right. 516-415.
Greetings.
Greetings. What's going on?
This is Simon Says again. I got a quick comment. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Make it quick. I didn't know if I got you or not, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is precedent or something you need to research in the callers. The brother's name is this is public knowledge, but let me just tell you his name real quick. Regarding the taxes on property, someone made a comment on that.
He was talking about taxes on income.
Hold on. His name is Richard Wilson, and then semicolon Bay, B-E-Y. Again, it's Richard Wilson, W-I-L-S-O-N, and then B-E-Y. I'll email you the case number. I don't have it in front of me. but he actually did the rules of procedure. He went to the Supreme Court, the tax court. They rejected him. He put in his status, and he did a funny affidavit. I was looking at his case. He said the how can I say it? The court acknowledges my status because they did not rebut my affidavit.
Right.
And he took that all the way up to the Supreme Court. Do you know the Supreme Court just recently ruled in his favor? And I reached out to him because his document is online, his email. And he said that he won, same situation like how I explained to you with my situation, my case. He won in Supreme Court, but the state court is not abiding by the appeals.
Mm-hmm. He's
so
got
he's like in a limbo type of
he's got a
situation.
petition for
But the win was
certiorari.
they recognized his status as
okay, that's
not
cool.
as a U.S. citizen.
Right.
That was the win with him.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Now, okay, so my question, this is a quick question. What's your thoughts on accord and satisfaction? With each state has their accord and satisfaction.
Yeah, each state has their different rules, and I haven't seen it work significantly. I've seen it work in a case where a guy won a judgment of around $1,500, and he didn't accept it, and then he lost, trying to go take it to trial. But like big things, I've never seen it work. No.
Okay. Well, I'll send you testimony. I actually did it. Won't say too much, but if you give me a check and I say to you, I'll endorse this check, but here are my terms under accord and satisfaction, that's like a counter offer.
Yeah, I know how it works because
I did something
I got the template for
like
it.
That,
go ahead.
And yes, my brother. And I did something similar like that, and I see the account was credited, and they used the numbers 9999.
Cool.
All right, I got the invoice, everything.
How much? What's the amount?
So I'll follow up with you.
What's the amount?
All right.
Like
the amount was like 63,000.
Okay, that's a big deal.
And they broke it down like four times, and they used some other numbers. But what was significant was to see that 9999. I'm thinking quantum financial system. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but I'm hearing like something is going on in the background where all debts is about to be offset. But that situation that I had, this was in March of last year. I haven't heard from the debt collector, and I got an invoice that shows credit. That's what. That's my bread and butter right there.
Right, that's cool. That's cool that you did it. Your first one I heard that from, but I'd be interested to see the proof on that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. All right,
brother. Thank you.
Follow up with you. Thank
you.
All
right. Peace.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I think that was a great show, y'all. Somebody asked me the topic DS-11, what has changed? I'm not going back over that. Go watch the beginning of the show on the replay. W-9 form. I do have a template for W-9, but I don't sell it. I only offer that in premium membership. And I give it away. It's not something I sell. Somebody's asking me, could they buy it? I don't sell it. It's just, it's something reason why I don't sell it is because I've never used it. I don't have a regular job like that. So I don't have any proof of it, how effective it's going to be. So I'm not going to give you something and just throw it out there. See, bro, I want to pay for the W-9. It's not for sale. Do I have anything for the explanatory statements? Yeah, I got an explanatory statement on my website, akemail.com. I realize some of y'all are new to me. Explanatory statement on there. I'm just going through questions. Well, brother, you've given a lot of donations to this site. Mexum, just hit me up in the email and I'll just send it to you. I don't sell that W9. I need to get a child support affidavit in motion to get my child support dismissed. You need more than just an affidavit. You need a consultation, see where you're at in it, how deep you in, and then from there we unravel that. Child support can be very complicated and timely. Somebody asked me, do I ever heard of Robert Fox? No. But I suggest if you explanatory statement, get the whole thing, get the video and everything. Get the video and get the old applications, Lisa, and use those. Don't use the new one. That application so far, I've only seen it online. If you know me, I teach y'all not to use the online application anyway. That's why you need to go to akimel.com, get the Passport webinar, follow those instructions. That will get you in it. If you want one-on-one coaching, get the premium membership, and I'll walk you through it and tell you exactly what to do and how to do it, along with some other benefits of being in the premium membership. All right. Use the old application. Don't use the new ones. Go to the post office and snatch up them old applications. But if you don't know what to do with the acts and conditions, it's going to mean nothing. That's why you need that webinar that shows you exactly what to do, what to line out, and you'll understand why they changed it to the new application. All right. Thanks everybody for supporting. My Cash App right there. Boom, help me pay for this channel. All right. And with that being said, I am out. Good night. Peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all.
Peace to the gods. You're listening to Hindsight Radio. This is Hindsight Radio. I represent it. The information station changing the nation.